This is our fourth presentation on our Teams series, and probably one of the most important, because this one is governance and security. Microsoft touts Teams as its hub for collaboration. How do you control all of that data? And so Microsoft has their whole suite of tools for Office 365 that they've been in place for a long time. And you can use all of those things to leverage protecting your data in Teams. Why do you need governance? Sprawl. You could have hundreds of or thousands of sites created. If you don't have a way to control expiration of those sites, they'll be there forever. Do you know who the owner is, who the creators are, who are members? Do you know how your data is being backed up? Do you have a naming convention for those sites? Do you need to have guest access? That's people outside of your organization accessing data in your Teams site. Have you considered third-party applications? We're up to about 600. And how does this all work, with a mobile application? So I did on this slide was kind of put together a list of tools that Microsoft provides that can address all of those things from that previous slide. So archiving a Teams site, setting up a moderator, enabling auditing, data loss prevention, retention, right? Who's going to go through that list of 600 apps and decide which ones are allowed? The first and the most simplest concept is creating sites. So you need to think about things like a naming convention. If you don't have a policy in place, you're going to end up with a situation like this, where you have the HR site, the human resources sites, and the official HR site. So some decision points. So naming we talked about. Classifications is another tool that Microsoft has that lets you assign some more specific conventions to a site. You could do things like a low impact, medium impact, or high impact. And the last thing on the list here is guest access. So moving on, expiration. So this is a great way to control Teams sprawl. And so it's just a great way, it's spring cleaning. Once a year we go through and we expire our sites. So an additional option that you have, if you want to, you worked on a project, the project's complete, you don't want to delete the site because it still has good information on it, but you don't want anybody adding to it or changing it. You can archive a Teams site. So, how can we help? The next thing we have on our calendar at Peters is this month in cybersecurity next week. And that's all I had for the presentation today. If there are any questions, I would be happy to try to answer them.